Good morning, I'm Ashley Campbell. Time now 7:30. A 1% sales tax could bring $285 million worth of improvements to the Aiken County School District. Community members have a chance to let their voices be heard at several public meetings. The first meeting was last night at Silver Bluff High School. There are 5 total projects the Aiken County schools will focus on if this sales tax is renewed. South Aiken says they need a new fire alarm system, a new roof, the cafeteria is too small, and the welding room is outdated and too small. Then you have Culinary Arts, which says there's no drainage in the floor, there's no ventilation, and they need a new gas stove. North Augusta Middle School says that the front entrance doors don't separate visitors from the entry to the school and isn't handicap accessible. They need a new HVAC system, walls are covered in metal and are warm to the touch, making the already AC challenged school building even warmer. And the school needs could go on.
Some of our facilities are in great shape, others really need a lot of help. And so I think we've done some great things over the last 10 years with the penny tax.
There are 4 more meetings throughout September and October for you to weigh in on that sales tax. And we do have the next one on your screen right now. That's going to be Monday at 6:30 p.m. at Ridge Spring Minetta Middle High. You can head to our website for a full list of meetings. A road closure is going to be set up on Doug Bernard Parkway. You're going to find crews and law enforcement near the south end as construction starts. It's going to stay like this for several weeks with detours set up on Tobacco Road. We caught up with John Usry at Augusta Traffic Engineering, who says drivers on the way to the airport aren't the only ones who need to adjust their commute.
Traffic that's going to be affected by this is a lot of the truck traffic that would go to the industrial area, you know, the paper plant and some of the other things that are down south of the airport.
Right now, leaders expect this to last until the 22nd, so crews can widen the road, add new turn lanes, and more. One person is dead from a crash on Highway 25 South in Burke County. Deputies responded to the accident at Coleman Young Road yesterday afternoon. The sheriff's office says 87-year-old Raymond Brookins tried to cross the highway when he was hit by another vehicle. He died from his injuries. The other driver was not injured. A person is dead from a hit and run on Bobby Jones Expressway. The coroner's office says they went to Wellstar MCG after the accident at the Laney Walker exit yesterday. The coroner says the victim was hit by at least one car and the suspected drivers left the scene. An autopsy has been scheduled. The name of the victim has not been released. Officials say this is being investigated as a felony. A 73-year-old man has died a little more than 2 weeks after being shot on Gay Drive earlier this month. The Richmond County Coroner's Office says on August 9th, Larry Drayton was shot at least once and sent to the hospital for his injuries. The coroner says Drayton was later sent to Pruitt Healthcare, where he was pronounced dead. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office says a 25-year-old accused of shooting up a home and several cars is now in custody. Investigators say that Zarek Weidman fired several shots at 4 victims who were outside a home on Thomas Lane Sunday. The report states he came back 10 minutes to 15 minutes later with another man and fired more shots at one of the victims' home and car. Deputies arrested Weidman after another victim identified him. Weidman is facing several charges, including criminal damage to property in the first degree, along with aggravated assault. This morning, we're learning a Georgia airman has been accounted for 80 years later after World War II. Officials say that Henry Allen from Covington was accounted for June 20th of this year. They say in the spring of 1944, Allen was killed after his plane was shot down while on a bombing mission in Germany. Allen's name is engraved on the walls of the missing Netherlands American Cemetery. He's going to be buried in Covington at a later time. After weeks of talking about Mayor Garnett Johnson's credit card expenses, it looks like Commission is moving forward with a decision. They voted to reimburse him for charges on his personal credit card and issue him a city credit card. The city administrator, procurement, and law departments are going to be in charge of creating a policy on how to use it. They have until September 24th to do so. We're 2 weeks away from the Arts in the Heart Festival, and at yesterday's commission meeting, questions came up from city leaders on who's responsible for cleaning the city as thousands of people are expected to attend. A couple of commissioners say they received an email from Augusta City Enterprises stating their workers were told by Parks and Recreation the responsibility fell on them. The city administrator clarified that it is actually Parks and Rec's job. The interim director told city leaders he was not aware of that email.
But I would like to apologize on behalf of the city of Augusta to all of our stakeholders. As Ms. Bowles indicated, we do take this event very seriously, and my expectation for the department as well is to provide A1 customer service.
Arts in the Heart is September 20th through the 22nd. Tonight, the Richmond County Board of Elections is holding a public meeting for voters. It's going to be at 6 o'clock at the Municipal Building in the Linda Beasley Community Room. The board is proposing 2 changes before the upcoming election. They want to move people who report to Bell Terrace Presbyterian Church on Golden Camp Road to the Henry Brigham Community Center. They also want to change early voting at the Charles Evans Community Center to the Henry Brigham Community Center. Election officials say if they don't receive any objections, those changes will be adopted immediately. The city of Williston is no longer under a boil water advisory. The city says that advisory was lifted yesterday. Officials say the town was under a boil water advisory since Friday because of multiple water main breaks. Crews were on site yesterday, putting the well back online. The Salvation Army Angel Tree and Toys for Tots registration is open for families in South Carolina. Counties participating include Aiken, Barnwell, Allendale, and Edgefield. Applications must be done online, and you do have to provide your photo ID, children's birth certificates, proof of income, and residency. They're open until the end of the month. For those in Augusta, applications will open October 1st. And today is World Sexual Health Day. Rural Health Services in Aiken is making sure that your health is up to par. The health clinic is offering free STI testing. The first 50 people will get free Chick-fil-A. There's going to be vendors, educational discussions, and more. That's from noon until 4. All right, let's go ahead and check in with your First Alert meteorologist, Tim Strong, and we may be getting some of that fall-like weather today, Tim.
Yeah, we are. Definitely this morning. This is really going to be the coolest morning we do see this week. Sun's just off the side of the screen, but it's been a beautiful start to the day. The temperatures with low humidity, 62 right now. Still that same breeze coming in from the north most of the night between 5 and 7. That will pick up. We've managed to stay right at about 60 to 61 for the last few hours along and north of I-20. From Saluda to Washington to Crawfordville. That's been some of the cooler morning lows. Well, the winds have come up just a little bit more for you in Aiken, just around Columbia, 7 to 10, and a little higher gust at 14 in Barnwell and Bamberg, South Carolina. A mix of sun and clouds today. Beautiful dry forecast straight through with lower 80s, and the pattern will continue to stay dry until Friday evening, first part of Saturday. That's when our rain chances come up. Out of the next 7 days, it really isn't looking all that wet. We get past Saturday afternoon, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We're back into partly to mostly sunny skies, cool morning lows in the low 60s, and highs still remain below average in the lower to mid 80s. Have a great day.